This gorgeous new motherboard from Gigabyte has real wood on it, and I've been dying to do a build with this. So you already know I vinyl wrapped a case to match, and we're gonna do an entire wood themed PC build. Let's get into it. Here are all the parts we're going to be using for today's build. Gigabyte actually commissioned me to build a custom gaming PC to celebrate the launch of their wood-themed motherboard. And I know my first instinct was to go for the Fractal North, but I feel like I've used that case so much and the inside is black, so I decided to custom wrap a different case. I've been obsessed with the Phanteks Evolv X2 currently. I really like these accents that go around the case, and I like that it's all white, and just the design of it I feel like would really highlight the motherboard well, so I decided to wrap the brushed silver parts with a wood contact paper. Also, originally I thought I would be able to completely remove these silver parts, but there were so many screws and some parts of it were riveted, so I did attempt, but I was not able to. So my solution was actually just to try wrapping it with everything still on the case, which ended up being okay. Now, this is my first time actually wrapping something as big as a case. I've tried wrapping RAM and a couple other smaller things, but this was my biggest project, so I was a little nervous. I do think because of the way the case is designed, someone could, if they wanted to, actually make some custom wood panels or just use like a wood veneer or something. But because it's curved and I've never worked with wood before, I was like, not gonna attempt that. And I did decide to wrap that back panel even though no one's gonna see it. And finally, for the PC build. So this was in celebration of Gigabyte's AERO X3D X3D Edition wood motherboard. They commissioned a PC build for me, but I figured I would record the entire process for YouTube just because I'm really happy with how it came out and I wanted to show you guys. But here is the motherboard unboxing. This motherboard is pretty pricey. I think it retails for like $500, and it is supposed to be designed to help you unlock the most out of your X3D processors. Now, wood on PC parts has been an increasing trend ever since the Fractal Terra and the Fractal North came out. So I personally love that Gigabyte has chosen to incorporate some actual wood pieces to accent this motherboard. Now, it's just on top of the heatsink, so it doesn't affect like cooling, and the motherboard isn't actually like made out of wood or anything, but it looks super nice. And I'm pairing this with the 9950 X3D. They actually just recently announced the 9950 X3D too, but that retails for like $900, so I don't know if I want to get it and swap it in, because I am curious to see how it performs. Anyways, Corsair has this wood-themed Corsair Vengeance DDR5 set that they're selling on the Newegg website. I couldn't find it anywhere else, but this is UV printed to already match the build, so that was nice because I didn't really want to vinyl wrap anything else. Anyways, even just with the RAM and motherboard, it's already looking so good. It's giving IKEA or Japandi, I don't even know. And for storage, we have a Gigabyte AORUS 2TB M.2 SSD. This motherboard does have toolless SSD installation, so it just has clips for the SSD heatsinks that you can easily pull off. There's actually a total of 4 M.2 slots on this motherboard, so there's the top one, and then the second heatsink also just clicks right off to reveal 3 other ones. For the cooler today, I'm using the new Tryx stage. This is a 360mm AIO that comes with fans pre-installed, although for this case it's actually worse because it has an AIO bracket that you have to kind of sandwich between the fans and the actual radiator. I just unboxed it so we could install the cooler bracket onto the motherboard. And oh my gosh, you guys, I've been wanting this transparent LTT screwdriver for so long. So when the LTT store reached out to send it to me, I was so happy. And why does it low-key match the motherboard? I don't know if you guys can tell, but on top of the VRM heatsinks of the board, there's actually a transparent piece that says AERO on it, and I think it looks pretty nice. Anyways, for the Tryx stage, we need to attach these standoffs, and then normally this is where we would toss everything into the case, but I feel like with this case, I do want to attach the PSU cables first, at least for the CPU on the top of the motherboard. And the power supply I'm using is also from Gigabyte AORUS. It's a 1000 watt power supply with these white, like flat cables. I think eventually I might want to get some custom cables made that are like white and tan with some gold cable combs. Now it's time to throw everything into the case. Here's what the back looks like. I honestly don't know how I feel about this part. I might remove it. I can't tell if it looks better. I feel like it just looks better white for this part, but I worked so hard, you guys. Oh, look at this part too. Oh, my nail just popped off. It just like flew off.
Where is it?
It's on the carpet. Well, that's awkward. I was like so excited to show this off. Anyways, Oh, and then I also wrapped this little like anti-sag thingy for the GPU. Oh my gosh, so I do like the look of this case, but the one thing that I hate is this freaking clip. Like if my nail didn't pop off just now, it would when I do this probably. Cause it's low-key so annoying. Like, I don't know, I have to be doing it wrong. Cause it's so freaking hard to remove. Okay. But yeah, this is what my little wooden vinyl wrap looks like. Do not judge. I'm not a professional. All right, so I put in one of the power supply cables already just because it's sometimes like annoying. So I just like to do it at this stage. You can just pull it all the way through. And wait, why does it low-key just look so good already? All the wood details, sheesh. So the Tryx Stage AIO comes with 3 ARGB fans pre-installed, but I ended up going with the Lianli Unifan SL120s for this build. I picked up 7, so 3 for the top, 3 for the bottom, and 1 for the back. That is actually the maximum amount of fans you can fit in the Phanteks Evolv X2. And these are kind of just my go-to for aesthetic builds. I actually am really curious to see if you guys know of any other like aesthetic fans, because so far these are my favorite in terms of like cable management, appearance, and the software. Also, I'm pretty sure that AIO bracket is designed for the AIO tubes to go on the left, but I hate how that looks because then it would block the beautiful oak panel, and I just prefer it to be on the right because I feel like otherwise everything is crammed on the left. I don't think this always fits this way though, so depending on what AIO you have, your mileage may vary. I have 3 reverse fans for the bottom and 4 standard fans with the extra standard fan going in that back there for exhaust. Here's what the PC is looking like so far. Oh my gosh. It looks so good. I feel like I say this for every build, like when I'm midway through, because I need to take a second to appreciate how it looks before tackling cable management, because I hate doing cable management. Also, at this point, I go ahead and pop on the Tryx like LCD screen part, because we do have to manage that cable as well. It's just one USB coming off of it. We didn't need too many cables for this build, but I did end up having to plug in the SATA PSU connector because my fans are the Lianli non-wireless, so it actually does come with like a fan hub in the back that you need to power with the SATA cable. Also love that all of the cables in this build are all white with white connectors as well, which is something I really appreciate. I know a lot of them are still white cables with black connectors, which kind of defeats the purpose. Anyways, now it's time to unbox this absolute beast of a GPU. So Gigabyte AORUS sent over their AORUS RTX 5080 Master Ice, which is an absolutely insane card. It comes with stickers, an extra fan to mount on top of the card, as well as an anti-sag bracket and an emblem, and of course, this big chungus card. Now this card is a fat triple slot 5080, and I've been really excited to use this because it has an LCD on the side of it. To install the GPU, we first need to take out this little vanity plate that hides all of the screws, and it is a triple slot card, so we're removing 3 of the little bracket things. Also making sure we take off the cover. Because of the design of the card and like how deep set the power connector is, it was actually really hard to plug in, and I was getting kind of paranoid that it wasn't plugged all the way in. So I asked Chet to help me, but he ended up making a blood sacrifice to the PC. His hands look like this, so mine can look like that for real. And with that, the build is pretty much complete. All we have to do is pop all the panels on, get some ASMR peelies, and turn everything on. Also, do not forget to peel off the Stage AIO like peely things before closing the PC like I did, because I had to open it back up and peel it. Here it is booted into the BIOS. They actually completely customized the look of the BIOS to match the motherboard, which I thought was a really cute touch. And here is that X3D turbo mode for the motherboard that is supposed to boost your gaming performance. I spent so much time focusing on the appearance of it. I didn't really think about all the different softwares I would have to download to get everything looking nice in the PC. So that is one thing that I kind of had an oversight on. So you need Tryx Canali for the stage AIO, and then you need a Gigabyte software for the LCD on the graphics card. You need to download L-Connect, even if it's just to turn on the motherboard sync. And then you still need to get IQ as well, because the RAM doesn't really, in my experience, it didn't work really nicely with the Gigabyte lighting software. I actually do like using Canali, and you can actually upload screen recordings. So for me, I just screen recorded my favorite wallpaper engine wallpapers and uploaded those to Canali to put on the AIO screen, which I think turned out really nice. The Gigabyte software for the GPU actually left a lot to be desired though. It comes preloaded with some pretty cute stock animations, and then you can actually upload your own GIF or image as well. But the issue that I had was when you upload your own GIF, it doesn't actually save them. Like normally for like the NZXT Cam, Canali, and other programs, you can upload GIFs and then you have at least like 5 recent GIFs that you can easily cycle through on the memory of the actual app itself. But when I tried using the Gigabyte software, if you try to upload a different GIF, it just kicks your old one off. And then if you want to switch back to it, you have to re-upload it again. And it's so slow. Like uploading just this one really short GIF took forever. Anyways, I am very happy with how this build came out. I think the only thing I'm on the fence about is whether I should change the cooler, because I do think something a little more analog might look better, but I love the way the wood wrap looks. I've been building in this case pretty often recently, but I do think it's a very sleek and nice looking case. The only thing that is kind of annoying is just how heavy and tall it is, but I like that it doesn't take up a lot of space on your desk. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed building this PC. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite wood themed PC cases are and what kind of projects I should tackle next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.